So there's a rubber O-ring that goes in there that I've already inserted and you can't get out. Then you have this collar. See that little lip there? So the other side doesn't have a lip. So the lip goes in. Lip goes in. Push that puppy past the seal. Okay. And then I've already got the chain assembled. And rather than bore you with the slightly tedious process of slipping this on over the chain, I'll do that and come right back. Well, you're supposed to have can't quite see the groove because the sprocket is covering the groove that the clip goes in. And that shouldn't be so. So I'll be right back. So that's the rubber O-ring that you install before you install that collar. So I'm going to look for a smaller diameter. I should say thickness. Right? Maybe I've got another O-ring that's thinner. I don't have a specific dimension for this O-ring. I just know that an O-ring goes in there. That's an old transmission. And see how it goes on. That's where your clip goes, and my sprocket's coming right up to the edge of that clip groove. And I'm not finding any other leftover rubber seals, but I'm going to look around some more. This is just a cool hollow device, right? If you ran fuel through that or whatever, it would cool it down, and this is stainless and it's flexible. See that flexing, right? So it stretches a little bit. Got an Allen head at each end. Kind of cool. Anyhow, back to the O-ring. Alright, well the other O-ring wouldn't fit in this groove. This one's a little smaller, but when I slip it over the collar, then it will fit in the groove. So we'll try it. Well, I'm still a thou or two short. I push that in. I just get the edge of the groove. I'm not sure what to make out of this. It's a new collar. I couldn't find my own old collar, so I bought a new collar. And I just don't understand why that should be the problem. So perform a couple more tests and we'll be back. So I've removed the O-ring and now I have sufficient clearance. Just sufficient clearance. So these O-rings, they're just leftover O-rings from kits, like my suspension, my front suspension. I don't throw away any of this stuff. So, for instance, my front suspension was missing an O-ring for the bottom of the compression fitting. Look at that rebound. Anyhow, so these are just O-rings I've got. The engine O-ring did not have anything for this. All those O-rings are gone or they were insufficient. Whatever they are, I still have them laying around. Alright, so I'm going back to the manual, and I don't know what to make out of this, because if I have an O-ring back there that's just a maybe even 5,000ths, I'm going to lose that groove. Okay, well that's not very good, is it? Anyhow, that's figure 71, and A shows the ring, and B shows the collar. Okay? There's no dimensions, of course, on the O-ring. So lubricate the O-ring and slide it over the counter shaft. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so that's what it looks like. That's the new smaller ring. I'll try another one. I think it's too small. Alright, well that one fits inside the groove, so I guess I'm going to use it, but I'll show you what concerns me. See, the O-ring is .790 on the inside. The trans is .865. But I'm going forward. I have no idea. This came out of a bag for the suspension. Front suspension. Alright, so it fits. We'll pay attention. I don't anticipate any problems. So that's a 12. 1248 is normal. I got a 1249. I had a 13 on here. It just fits. You can see that clearance. I'd suggest not using it. Work with a 12 or an 11, I guess, and just work your rear sprocket up and down, which I know is expensive. But don't go over 13 because it just won't fit.